So we all know about Mac McClung. Mac McClung is a dunk contest legend, one of the greatest NBA dunkers of all time. And he's somebody that never really has done much in the NBA. Never gotten much of a look in. And the reason, he's probably just not quite good enough for the NBA. But this is a video to talk about just the level that these players that aren't good enough for the NBA are. And what some of these guys can do at lower levels. Like, the G League, again, talent-wise, the G League might be one of the top leagues in the world, but because of all the interchanging of players and stuff like that, there's a lot of reasons why the G League is not, like, the talent is only part of it for the G League. But let's take a look at what Mac McClung's out here doing. He had 42 points, I think, yesterday. Like, he's driving in, taking it to the basket, easy finish. And like, I wasn't high on Mac McClung when he was in high school. I didn't think he was going to be up to much. I didn't think he was going to even play at Georgetown. Like, he's pulling up for three right there. Again, against the Iowa Wolves, driving out in transition. Bang. Like, these are not easy shots. Like, it's what he's doing is incredibly impressive. And it's like, everyone just thinks Mac McClung, oh, he's a dunker. He's not really. He's just, basically, they're treating him like he's Jordan Kilgannon. Like, they're treating him like he's just a contest dunker. And the fact is that he's somebody that is not far off being an NBA player. They're treating it like, and then they treat him like he's fucking T-Jazz. At the end of the day, though, Mac McClung is so good at basketball. Like, he's somebody that legitimately could be one of those April legends. If he is on a roster on the final day of the season, the odds of him scoring 30 are extremely high. Like, he is a bucket at no matter what level he plays at. It's just he's not going to do it at an efficient enough level to win in the NBA. And he's not going to do it realistically. And he's not young enough either. He's not young enough. If I'm not mistaken, what age is Mac McClung? Like, what's he born in? Maybe 2000s? 25, maybe? I'm guessing 2000s if I was to guess an age. 1999. So, obviously with McClung, he's somebody that's had a couple of stints in the NBA. He reminds me a little bit with his shot creating. A little bit of a Mike James at times. Like, and by the way, like, Mike James is so good. So that's one of those things where it's like, McClung has all the potential in the world to be a high-level pro player. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if he's ever going to be good enough to be in the NBA. But he's clearly one of those too good for the G League guys. And it's so sad seeing those guys never reach their basketball potential because they're so dead set on staying in America. Because like Mac McClung, I could be wrong with this, but Mac McClung could be an absolute hooper and work his way up in a year or two to making millions of dollars. But he's going to continue to play his 3 NBA games a year and barely touch the ball in those 3. Because he's just not quite good enough. And he doesn't do enough of the little things well enough to be like a role player. And that was the Jimmer problem. The Jimmer problem wasn't. The Jimmer could have given you 25 a game in a night in the NBA. And that's what people don't realize. They're like, oh, Jimmer couldn't do it in the NBA. It's like, no, Jimmer could give you 25 a night, but it would be an inefficient 25 points and your team would lose. And he just was never given that green light, but he was never good enough to get the green light either. Like, Isaiah Thomas took his starting spot, who was the last pick in the draft, took what was supposed to have been his starting spot. Like, he genuinely is a hooper, could score. And do I think Mac McClung's better than Jimmer Fredette? No. But we saw what Jimmer Fredette did in China. Or even if Mac, if he wants to go and just get his, go to China. Go to China. You'll make 7 figures in China. But I don't know. Maybe there's endorsement deals. Maybe there's a lot of money in those dunk contests that he's better off staying in the NBA and just, sticking around those dunk contests. But I just don't know. I just all around don't know what is the future for him, honestly. I'm watching and I'm like, he is killing it. He's absolutely killing it. He's seriously good at the sport. And the problem just is that there's a league, he's in a league that's just one step too far for him. It's just that one step too far, and it's a pity. And there are so many players like this. Like we saw it with Andre Ingram, where if you've heard like documentaries, it's like he just didn't want to, you could tell, he just didn't want to leave America. The reality was, he probably just didn't want to leave America. And for that reason, he played a couple of NBA games, obviously, but was making $30K a year for most of his basketball career. And it's like, he's somebody that had the potential to make in the millions. He could have made millions and millions of dollars. And in the end, made, I don't know, hundreds of thousands. And that's probably the best way to say it. He made hundreds of thousands in the end instead of millions. But yeah, it is a pity. It's a pity looking at it. And look, at the end of the day, I think these players have their own choices. But yeah, it's also another thing where you're like, Mac McClung is so good. Because I think a lot of people I've been calling him a contest dunker, and I've been saying, oh no, he's not that good at basketball, he's just there to dunk. I'm like, maybe he's not an NBA level player, but like he still just put up 42 points on 7 of 7 threes in the G League. Like that is impressive no matter who it is. It's absolutely impressive. Like I don't really care who the player is. That is so impressive. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys agree with this? Do you guys disagree with this? Because I obviously would assume most people will be like, well, yeah, obviously, Mac McClung seriously good. But there's probably some people that aren't. Probably some people that still think Mac McClung sucks because he never made it in the NBA. When the reality is the NBA is such a small part of basketball. And, like, it's such a small part of basketball. And there's so many great pro players all across the world that are absolute hoopers that maybe just aren't quite good enough. Whether it's they don't do one specific thing well, whether they're a scorer and they're not quite good enough to be an NBA scorer. There's a lot of little reasons. And obviously one of those is the case with Mac McClung. But anyway, I'll see you guys.